Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the Kawasaki ZX-6R RM right here in the Canadian Tire Grand Prix. Johnny Glamour! Bujan bin Gana! Oh yes, Johnny Glamour, Bujan bin Gana are here. Finally, after so many videos, the Glamour and Bujan are finally back. Can I get a hashtag Johnny Glamour? Can I get a hashtag Bujan bin Gana? And can I get a like on this video, because these two legendary gentlemen have finally appeared. Johnny Glamour on the Suzuki, and I'm not quite sure what bike Bujan's on. If only we had Carlos Pava Diaz, it'd be a full group. But I'm so pleased to see Johnny Glamour and Bujan bin Gana in this 600cc passion race right here in the Canadian Tire Grand Prix. Now this track is absolutely awesome, and I must say it's one of the best tracks in the game. Really fast flowing tracks. I'm definitely going to have to do a time trial here at some point because I love this track. And Johnny Glamour is the first on our sites to be demoted to the final back position. So, I love you, Johnny, but it's time for me to get past, but Johnny Glamour fights back. Quick check behind, so I don't really want to put Johnny Glamour to the back of the grid. Hopefully he can get past another rider as we go into the S's for the very first time. So, it's going to be a 5-lap Grand Prix, this, as Anna Salgado has gone down, so Johnny Glamour will no longer be in 10th or 12th place, excuse me, after I pass him in a moment's time. Johnny Glamour still hanging in there on board that Yoshimura Suzuki. Can he defend against the A? He certainly can't. Johnny Glamour, I'm so pleased to see them. Oh my goodness. Where is Bujan gone? Bujan's made a move. He's up at the inside of Ben Wilson. Hopefully sooner rather than later we'll be chasing up to Bujan bin Gana and be sorting him out and putting him back to where he started, more or less. Ben Wilson, he starts on board the Kawasaki as well. We go round the outside of him on our Ninja. It's Bujan bin Gana. Is he going to go for a lunge? Our favourite spot as we go up into turn 5 of Moss. Not quite this time. Bujan's there. I think Bujan might be on the old Yamaha, old Bujan. I do love to say Bujan. It sounds absolutely awesome. And I must confess, I absolutely adore this Ninja. This Kawasaki Ninja is fantastic as we go around the outside. Bujan bin Gana was also on board the Suzuki. And Bujan bin Gana has been dropped to 9th place. Erica Verne's ahead of us. And a Canadian person, it's Ella something, I can't see from where we are at the minute. So we'll be approaching turn 10 for White's corner. Nailed to perfection. But we're going to have to be careful here actually. I've just realised how many laps this is and where we are on track. We need to make our moves. We're 3 seconds, or 2.5 seconds-ish, down to Adriana Garrido as we go around the outside of Erica Verne's. Now we're going to tackle Ellis Mercer, waiting for the right moment. Oh, as Erica Verne's fights back on board the Triumph Daytona 675. Can we go around the outside into Quebec? Little bit of contact there, a little bit of a shove. Argy-bargy has started already in this Canadian Tire Grand Prix. Around the outside of the Triumph this time. Can we dive up at the inside of Ellis Mercer? Not quite. But maybe into my favourite move, into the lunge of turn 5. Not going to be close enough there, but I definitely thought about it. As the two Canadians run just ahead of us on track, both together. A little bit messed up onto the exit of turn 6 there, just my mistake. But thankfully we're back into the groove now. We'll get into the slipstream with Ellis Mercer. Canadian number 1, beaten. Canadian number 2 coming up now. We need to get through, rather. Oh, in fact, there's another Canadian there as well, Naomi Bellew. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Having a good go of it, but they're not going quite well. Can we get him into the S's here? Not quite. Of course, I've done a wonderful overtake there in the past on board the Honda VTR SP. Love that bike. I think it's absolutely wonderful. As we go around the outside now, that's another one jotted down as on the hit list. That's another one beaten. Can we make another corner in the same... Oh, a little bit wide there, going across the rumble strip there. Now hold it left for the very tight left-hander of Clayton. Can run it a little bit wide there, but you want to hold it nice and tight. So then firing between... up on the inside of Mark McLeod. Now the gap is still 2.3 seconds, so we need to move a little bit here, because 2.3 seconds with only a lap and a half is not looking like a good combination. So let's give it everything we've got as we now enter turn 5 in a minute's time. Now we lean it right to turn 6, aim for that rumble strip, lift the motorcycle up, yes, flick it left, beautifully done. Exiting turn 7 with style, charisma, pizzazz, everything and above. And Adriana Garrido is no longer leading this Grand Prix. She's 1.7 seconds ahead of us, though. And Jet Glenn is about 1.7 as well. So we can keep an eye out on those two, the Spaniard and the Australian. As we close in on the S's, get ready to flick it left. I must say, this bike grips like glue. It is really, really good. I'm really impressed with this bike so far. I've not touched much of the 600cc Passion Group bikes, but I'm keen to do more of them. I've been a little bit busy with other games at the minute, so I've not had a chance to really record the rest of the career mode in Ride 4 as it stands. As we go up on the inside of Adriana Garrido, now into second place of this final lap of this Grand Prix. Jet Glenn's there as well, the Ninja on the behind us. Adriana Garrido tried to fight back, but it didn't happen. Closing in into Quebec. It's 5-1 here in Canada. 1 second separate us and the Australian. Oh, I'm not actually sure anymore. 0.8 of a second. Give it everything we've got. I don't think we're going to make my favourite lunge into Moss. We're not going to be close enough. But look how much we've closed in on Jet Glenn. Thousandths, hundredths, full seconds closed in just a couple of metres. Brilliant stuff on board this Kawasaki Ninja. Get into the slipstream and give it everything we've got here. Just as it reaches 1 o'clock in this Canadian Grand Prix, using everything we've got in the slipstream, full throttle. Can we go around the outside of Jet Glenn if it has to? Do we go up on the inside? We're going to go around the outside. Jet Glenn defends very well on board that Yamaha. We do a go rounding outside. Brilliantly done. Into the S's. We lead this Grand Prix for the very first time, and we will win the Grand Prix. Thankfully, he's not going to come and whack us up the wazoo in the final corner. That is a victory for DrAce on board the Kawasaki Ninja. Brilliant stuff. Shout out to Bujan, Ben Gana and Johnny Glamour for the final time. So here we are now in Manicourt for the French GP. Still on board the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R, waiting for the lights to go out, and they are out now. Give it everything we've got on board this Kawasaki, I guess. We're not going to wait for the AI, because the AI in this track are pretty bad. They tend to be really slow and they crash quite often. So we're going to just go for it and see if we can get into the first places sooner rather than later and as quick as possible, giving it everything we have underneath this Kawasaki and this Japanese manufactured machine. Into Estoril, turn 3. Going to use the speed of this Kawasaki now. You'll see it just flying up the gearbox, flying up the miles per hour. Absolutely, oh, it's just beautiful. It's so fast, it's so good, it's brilliant. Really, really impressed with this one so far. Definitely add this into the DrAce's top 10 favourite motorcycles. Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R, you have made yourself welcome. Welcome to the Aces. As Peter O'Donnelly is ahead of us, going around the outside of him, he's on board the Suzuki. Then we have the Chinese man is ahead, and Fausto Gavassoni. Can we have a little bit of a lunge up inside the Chinese man? Beautifully done. The number 15 has to hold back a little bit, waiting for the moment to attack Fausto Gavassoni, and it's already materialised. We are now into the lead. Thank you very much. Kawasaki Ninja back into first place. DrAce up into first place. Let's just decimate the lap times now. That's what we're going to focus on. Get the fastest lap times possible and the smoothest and cleanest of action. So lap 1 of 5 is pretty much a done deal already, and we're up by, well, 1.5 seconds. It could well be a 2-second lead by the end of this particular lap, and that will be all fine and dandy for us. Not for them, of course. We're going to the complex de la Chi. Flick it right, get ready to flick it left for turn 16. Over across the line now. 2.8 seconds. Unbelievable. Why are they so slow in Manicourt? I'll never know. So, of course, MotoGP is upon us. If you are watching this during the race or before the race, can't remember what time the race is on. It's 6 PM here in English time. So, if you're probably watching this or watching this afterwards, I hope you enjoyed the race. But if you're watching it beforehand or if you're watching it between Moto2 or Moto3, I hope you're enjoying yourself there. Of course, I do want to do some MotoGP videos soon, talking about the races and talking about how the races have unfolded, who's doing well, the biggest losers and biggest winners. So hopefully I can do that without taking copyright content, because I'm not sure how it works with MotoGP. I don't know if you can just use their content or if you have to specifically ask someone. I'm not entirely sure how that works, and I really don't want to get a copyright strike. So if I don't manage to get it done first for the first Grand Prix, I do apologise in advance. But I do hope we can sort something out and we can chat MotoGP. Of course, in my MotoGP videos, and MotoGP 21's coming up as well, of course. we can certainly talk about MotoGP very, very soon. Of course, I would like to discuss Superbike as well, British Superbike, even Australian Superbike, beginning into that recently as well. That was absolutely fantastic. The race is just a couple of days ago, might have been a week ago, depending on where this video uploads and when I'm recording it, because I do tend to record in the past and then upload like a week and a bit. So I like to keep on top of the content, you see. And speaking of content, if you are enjoying this content, please like, comment and subscribe. It would help the channel out massively. And I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers now, so I'd be very, very grateful if you could help me get that final push to the fourth digit to add that 1,000th. I'd be very, very grateful. But so far, so good on board this Kawasaki Ninja. Really impressed with this DLC pack. Of course, the other DLC pack has dropped as well. That was the 80s and 90s vintage pack. I haven't actually had a chance to test any of those motorcycles out yet, but I will be doing soon. And of course, I've got plenty more Monster Energy Supercross content coming out. I'll be going to be doing a career mode, and that will be the birth of Muddy Mondays. Was MXGP Mondays, it has now been renamed. Thank you to Whizbang for the suggestion of the name. And we'll be using Muddy Mondays from now on. So Muddy Mondays will include Monster Energy Supercross 4 and MXGP 2020, depending on which one is just whatever I happen to have recorded at the time, or unless there are requests. As we do go a little bit wide here for turn 9 for the 180 degrees, my mistake. A little bit too eager on that particular lap, of course. But Monster Energy Supercross 4, I am starting the career mode very, very soon. So I will be covering the entirety of the career mode once per week. That'll be on the Mondays. The rest of the content will, of course, fill up with... Bloody hell, that was a big stutter on that part then of this track. I almost crashed because of that stutter. But the other parts of this channel, of course, is predominantly dominated by Ride 4 and MotoGP 20. Soon to be MotoGP 21. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping that once we complete MotoGP 20's Classic Championship mode, MotoGP 21 will be right round the corner. So I cannot wait for the future content from DrAce. I'm going to bring you everything I've got. I will definitely be covering a massive amount of MotoGP 21. I'll be doing guides, I'll be doing career mode, time trials, Classic Championships again, and just many other championships. I cannot wait for it. I'm sure there'll be a historic mode on there as well for me to tackle. So I am very, very excited and ready for the challenge to bring you a massive amount of content. Now, of course, Ride 4 still has content, and i.e. DLC coming out till 31st of August. So you can guarantee I will continue on with the Ride 4 content as well. And I will even include the time trial challenges if people would still want to partake. And of course, we might even do more live streams or whatever happens. I do really want to do a MotoGP Racing League that I'm sort of figured out. Of course, once I buy the game and I discuss to the relevant people, then we can start our own very, very, very own racing league, actually. And I cannot wait for that one. It's going to be super exciting. So, of course, as always, if you do have any suggestions of any videos you want me to make or any content you want me to create, let me know. I'm more than happy to jump on anything. Now, I don't tend to play any car games, so those requests might not actually work. But you can request whatever you like. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm more than happy to make content that you wish to see. That's, of course, how I would rather make content, to guarantee that you would be actually interested. And, of course, to just continue making fun, enjoyable, wacky commentary content is what I very much enjoy. So hit me up with any suggestions you have. I always read every single comment, so do not hesitate. Let me know anything you want in there. If you want to just sing my praises, if you want to tell me I'm doing a bad job, whatever you want to do, just let me know in the comment section down below. Now, unfortunately, I've sort of waffled in this video because there's really not been that much to talk about. I've just sort of disappeared into the distance. And this was the very first time I really felt I could just push with a Kawasaki and see how it goes. Now, in the Canadian Grand Prix, it went extremely well. We were down quite a lot and I was very patient with the overtakes. Still sort of holding back a little bit because I do tend to hold back a lot for these videos. If I went for it just full gung-ho in every video, they wouldn't be as entertaining, let me be honest. You tend to disappear from the AI very quickly, and that's just not me bragging. That's a lot of players to above my skill level have the same issues, and even people around my skill level too have the same issues I have, as we just cut out the corner there and get our very first penalty of this Grand Prix. Bit of a slap on the wrist for me. That was a slap on the wrist if you couldn't hear it very clearly, but there you go. So this video is coming to an end. I really hope you've enjoyed it so far. I've been very, very honoured to make more content for you guys, so thank you for watching. I appreciate that. As we flick it left now for turn 13. Get ready in a moment's time to brake early for turn 14 for the Chateau d'Eu. Not bad, a little bit cutted on the corner there, but it's quite alright. It's going to be a very, very smooth, casual, calm victory for us. Might even chuck a wheelie across the line. You know what? That'd be fine and dandy, wouldn't it? Let's have a nice little wheelie. Coming out of the complex to Lai Chi. Get ready to flick it left for turn 16. Give me that wheelie. Beautifully done. So guys, as always, if you'd enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. It helps the channel quite a lot. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.